Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Tucker. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Trey Tucker, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not have a return. They'll to the 30. At their own 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 3. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a man over the middle, and it's complete. Chewing up big yardage, another nice game there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right, he had him. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dragons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Going right side is White. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. The Raiders at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will...
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Young will set to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown! A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dragons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now,
This is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Young to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off two huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Young now. Touchdown, Raiders! Brock Bowers as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. That's caught inside the 20. And touchdown! As the first half is winding down. And the Dragons have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Young, sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marquise Bell. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, It's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He'll dump this one off here to White. Finding room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance. And this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary. And that's a job well done there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for them.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. It's a big play there. 44 yards. Back to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Dragons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are all tied at 28. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. First and 10 at the 44-yard line. They go right back to White here on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, here's White. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. It's Young off play action. Out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble and second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
This is White on the screen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
3rd and 4. To throw, Young. They'll roll him out right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Young. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
That's such a close game, a very big one. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And he will take it in for the touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dragons have taken a 4th quarter lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Looking to throw, Young. Here's White. They set up the screen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They keep it on the ground. White again. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Now Young. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Rice. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. Gosh, given the time of the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. Here's Young. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. They're going to look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he is going to have a 1st down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for Toronto, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.